Scheduling appointments in English can feel, well, pretty stressful, right? But it really doesn't have to be. In the next few minutes, we're going to walk through the essential phrases and a few simple steps you need to handle pretty much any scheduling conversation with total confidence. So, does the thought of picking up the phone to arrange a meeting in English, does that make you a little nervous? Yeah? Well, you're in exactly the right place. We are going to build your personal toolkit for clear, simple, and successful scheduling, so you can feel way more prepared and in control. All right, so let's jump right in and start with the absolute basics. There are 4 core words that pop up in almost every single scheduling conversation. Once you get these down, trust me, everything else gets a whole lot easier. First up, the word available. Honestly, this might be the most important word you'll use. It's just the simplest way to ask if someone has free time or to say that you have free time. It's polite, it's professional, and it's the perfect way to check someone's schedule. See how simple that is? It's so straightforward. You're not asking for a specific time slot just yet. You're just checking for any open spot. It's a perfect, direct way to see if a meeting is even possible on a certain day. Okay, next up we have double check. And this one, it's so useful. When someone asks if you're free, you almost always need a second to actually look at your calendar, right? Well, saying you need to double check is a really natural and polite way to give yourself that moment. And this is pretty much exactly how you'd use it. If someone asks, hey, are you available Thursday morning? You can just say, let me double check. It shows you're taking their request seriously and just gives you a beat to confirm your schedule. So what happens if you're not available? Well, that's where the word scheduled comes into play. You use this to explain that your time is already taken by something else, a planned event or some other commitment. And the great thing about this phrase, you're clearly saying you're busy, but you don't have to get into all the nitty-gritty details. You don't have to explain what is scheduled, just that something is. It keeps the whole conversation moving along, and it's super professional. And last but not least, we've got booked solid. Now, this is a fantastic idiom, and you'll hear it all the time. It's what you say when you're not just busy for an hour or two. We're talking about having absolutely no free time at all. Your calendar is just completely full. Pay attention to that first word, unfortunately. Just adding a simple word like that makes the whole thing sound way more polite and considerate. It kind of shows that you wish things were different, even though the person is totally unavailable. All right, so we've got our core vocabulary down. Now, let's actually put it to work. We're going to look at exactly how to structure your request when you're the one trying to make the appointment. It's actually super simple when you break it down into just 2 parts. A really good request has 2 steps. First, you say why you're calling, and second, you suggest a place to start the conversation. This structure just makes your request really clear and easy to understand. So let's talk about step 1. It's really important not to be vague here. Kicking off the conversation by directly stating your purpose gets everybody on the same page right away and avoids any kind of confusion. This right here, it's the perfect, professional way to kick things off. It's polite, it's crystal clear, and it immediately tells them your goal. You can change it up a little bit, but arrange an appointment is a fantastic, all-purpose way to start. Once you've stated your purpose, it's time to get the ball rolling. And the best way to do that is to propose a specific day. This works so much better than asking a vague question like, so when are you free? Because it gives the other person something concrete to say yes or no to. And look at this. This is how it all comes together beautifully. You suggest a day, how's Thursday? And then you follow it up using our key vocabulary word, available. This combines both of those steps into one really smooth, effective question. Okay, but let's be real. It's not often that the very first time you suggest works for everybody, right? So what happens then? Well, this is where the conversation, the negotiation, really begins. And it's just a simple back and forth. You can see the pattern here, right? It's this simple little dance. One person suggests a day, the other one responds. If it's a no-go, the first person just throws out another option. And you just keep doing that until, boom, you find a day that works for everyone.
Shoo! We've covered a lot of ground, from single words to the whole conversational flow. So let's pull it all together and create a handy little toolkit with the most important phrases all in one spot.
So what's the big takeaway? It's all about having these phrases in your back pocket, ready to go. Think of them like little scripts you can always fall back on. If you can confidently use these 5 sentences, I promise you, you'll be able to handle just about any scheduling situation that comes your way. Okay, so you've got the words, you've got the structure, you've got the key phrases. There's really only one thing left to do, right? You got to put it all into practice. So go on, think about it. A colleague, a doctor, a friend. Now that you have the tools, who are you going to schedule a meeting with first?